It's incredibly rare to have two masterpieces by Monet in the same sale. You can see in them the evolution of Monet's career and how the techniques that he was championing and exploring in the beginning of the 1870s really set the tone for everything that was to come. Well, Monet, of course, was right front and centre in the birth of Impressionism. For him, it was all about the rejection of the salon, moving into plein air painting, going outside the studio and really conveying the ambiance, the envelope of atmosphere, of light, of air, of movement. At this point in Monet's life, he has just married his first wife, Camille. He's depicting her here as if they're part of the fashionable Parisian elite. Even though at this moment, Monet was still struggling. What's fabulous about this painting is it's got a freshness and spontaneity that you can just feel and experience today. You almost feel like you're looking over Monet's shoulder on the beach of Trouville. You can feel the sand in your hair and the salt and the sound of the waves, the effect of all this on Camille and the atmosphere all around. And that became his subject matter. It's incredibly immediate. It is the epitome of plein air painting. You can already see all the beginnings of his style, his freedom of expression. He's already pushing into his impressionist innovation. By the time we get to the fabulous water lily painting that comes in the sale from the same collection, painted in 1907, Monet is really at the height of his career. He has the freedom to experiment, has created the famous water lily pond, and he can control his environment. He's focused right in on the reflection of the movement of air and clouds and humidity in the sky as reflected in the surface of the pond. You can see that fabulous contrast between the thick impasto of the water lilies themselves and the softer palette of the surface of the water. All the figurative elements are stripped away. There's no sky, there's no bank, there's no bridge. It's just the surface of the water. It, of course, in a way, begins to prefigure true abstraction. The early work captures a fleeting moment in time and place. The 1907 Nymphaea has also elements of that. It's also capturing a fleeting moment in the atmosphere, but it's more meditative. The artists of the 20th century will look back at Monet and see there the roots of what will be explored in decades to come.